Welcome to Flawless TV. This is your host, DHayes, and on this channel we are going into a different direction. As you guys have seen, I've made multiple videos on sports, music, and more on this channel, but those are now unlisted, and I can unlist them if you guys want me to, just to check out my old content. But I thought, why not upload them all into one video? So this is what this is for. This channel will have full-length podcasts. We also have different topics each and every day. You know, multiple topics. If you want me to cover something, comment that down below, that topic down below, or send it to my email. Or if you have me on social media, ask me which topic you want to, you want me to cover. But in order for me to cover that topic, you must subscribe to the channel, like it, and share it. Let's get the word out, and let's get our first 1K. Also support the channel. If you like the channel, like what I say, if you want this platform to grow, help support the movement, donate on Cash App, which will also for membership privileges and awards. So sometimes if I need moderators on the live, there will be membership privileges like awards given out every month or so, discounts given out. A lot goes on in this channel. We will also have live interviews and in-person reporting. We will be showing behind the scenes of film sets and more. We'll be talking to label execs. We'll be going up the labels, live interviews. We'll be going on the beach interviewing people, going to cities, news stations. We're going to go in studios to see the process of recording. We're going to have interviews with big time artists, even local artists. We're going to also have interviews with audio mixing studio engineers, producers, movie directors, soundtrack composers, and etc. So that's how this channel is going to go. DHayes Productions, the channel you're watching on, you can also call this Flawless TV. If you want to know where the shows are going to be, well, the full live streams will usually be on Rumble or Twitch, the unedited full live stream. So you get to see all my mistakes, but there will be no edits there. So all the pop-ups you see, everything else, will not be on that live stream. But the full edited live stream. So I will have edits on here just to show pop-ups and etc. on here just to, get you guys pulled in. And if you're wondering, well, I don't want to watch a full hour-long show. I only want the topics. Well, I'm fixing that for you. Topics will be uploaded after each and every show. And those topics will be between 10 to 25 minutes at max. I'll have topic 1, 2, 3, and 4, depending on how many topics we have that day. I don't want to watch the full-length topic. I want to know where the shorts are. Well, the shorts and etc. will be uploaded on DHayes Vlogs, DHayes TV. Just go to DHayes TV, and that's also called DHayes Vlogs. And on there, 5-minute clips, the little shorts that you see, they'll be 30 seconds to a minute long. That will be on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can see that sometimes if we're having a lot of traffic come through, I will also have this streamed on. I will also do a live stream on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. So we're also going to use Twitter Spaces. Another thing is, if somebody's saying, I don't want to watch the video, I want to chill back and listen to the podcast. Well, that's also there for you. This full show, and extra podcast will be uploaded onto Spotify and Apple Podcasts. This is also sponsored by Anchor FM and DHayes Productions merch store. See, I'm messing up, but I'm not going to cut that. So, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Let's get into our first topic after this commercial break. Go check out DHayes Productions merch store. If you drink coffee or tea, go here to get you a mug alongside a coaster with my logo on it. We also offer t-shirts for both men, women, and children sizes. We also have hoodies and sweaters. Now, if you're wondering, where do I go to get some of this merch? Well, if you're watching this video right now, go on DHayes Productions, go down to the link in the description below. You'll click on the link, which will direct you to the store. And you'll see all the options on the website. Go purchase you some merch and support the movement. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Wondering, why are you looking here, there, and there? I have 3 different cameras. Also have a GH5. I'm not going to use it for this stream. I'm also going to obtain multiple cinema reds. And you guys will know later on in the show. Also, I have my notes. I gotta be prepared. I have my notes. Welcome back to the show. First topic of the day: TikTok being banned. Well, topic 1 of the day, the biggest story right now: TikTok being banned. Well, a lot of people will be saying, well, these old heads, these old white men, old black people, these old people in these high places don't understand Gen Z, and they're trying to take away our free speech, the way we make our money, the way we express ourselves on video, which is TikTok. Some people also say, I want to go on TikTok to, discover this new thing, to learn how to cook this. I like to watch videos. This keeps my mind at peace. This is my income. You're cutting my income. You're cutting my entertainment. Because you guys don't know how to work modern day technology. You're too old and don't understand the grasp of what TikTok is doing for Gen Z and millennials, and also Generation Alpha, which uses TikTok. Well, I'm going to say that's 50% of the case. But let me explain another one. If we go to my notes, let's go into Classroom with DHayes. Well, the issue is, with the TikTok ban, it seems like it might happen because the House voted to ban TikTok 352 to 65. Now, some people might be wondering, wow, that's crazy. But that doesn't make sense because they have to pass it. Well, let me explain. For the bill, next step to go to the Senate and get signed off by the president, then the bill will be law. Okay? So you can vote all you want, but if the president and everybody up ahead in the Senate don't agree to the bill and don't want to sign off, then it's not going to get passed. But it will be. Because recently, Joe Biden has said, if there was a reason to ban TikTok, I'd sign it. Let me repeat this again. If there was a reason to ban TikTok, I'd sign it. Joe Biden said it. I'm going to try to do his word. If there was a reason to ban TikTok, I'd sign it. And you know it. It was my Joe Biden impersonation. Oh, well. Forget about it. The Senate might not stop the bill to go through because of the House, right? And I don't think we are going to see TikTok get banned, but the goal here is to transfer. Not ownership, but TikTok's influence. To transfer the influence. Let me explain for you guys out there that don't understand. TikTok is owned by the Chinese Communist Party, a Chinese company. TikTok's owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance. Since they are owned by a Chinese company and China is a communist party, they have complete jurisdiction on whatever they do. User data, also anything that TikTok has, so does China, right? There's been rumors of spyware on there. Some people have said there's been reports that it's been confirmed spyware. If TikTok wants China to put something extra in the algorithm to influence the way you think, the way you behave, the way you vote, potentially, then TikTok will do that. If TikTok wants to say you shouldn't vote for this guy because of that, they can do that. If China says I want the American people to view this instead of that, I want these pop-up ads on each and every one of the videos, they can do that. It is a communist party. That is communism there. The U.S. government doesn't want TikTok to have that level of influence. They want to influence TikTok rather than China. So they don't want another country bidding in on United States doings. They don't want China to influence the way we think. There's ads right now saying go to your representatives so they cannot ban TikTok. There's ads right now saying that. This is a problem. I agree with the House. I agree with the people that voted against this on this problem. The government wants influence. Now, the spyware thing, a lot of you guys go say, okay, well, why don't they ban other apps? Why are they only banning this app? Well, a lot of other apps are through the U.S. If U.S. wants influence, they can get influence. They can get it if they want. But that is also considered communism to me. To me, that's considered controlling. Freedom of speech, no controlling, no spyware. But if you are doing illegal activities, the FBI and law enforcement can easily catch you through that. Now, I agree on some sort of spyware, but to access credit card, search history, everything of that nature, I don't agree with. The bill seeks to force ByteDance to sell TikTok to another company. This was already proposed under Trump, and there were a few suitors back then. The goal is ByteDance to sell the company to a U.S. company, or at least a non-Chinese company who is not influenced by the Chinese Communist Party. Chinese Communist Party might not want to sell because it's saving face. We are not going to let the U.S. get influence over this app. We're not going to let the U.S. bully us into selling something under our country, our app. That's how they're looking at TikTok. This is our app. We're not going to let the U.S. bully us into transferring influence over their own people. We're not going to let that happen. We're going to keep TikTok, keep controlling it, and their citizens will be saying the government is wrong for taking TikTok away. There's pop-up ads on TikTok, like I've been saying, right now saying call your representative to make sure TikTok doesn't get banned, to make sure TikTok doesn't get sold. They want to use the American consumer to pressure the American government to keep TikTok around. TikTok is actually banned in China, believe it or not. That's crazy. When I found this out, I was like, wow, it's actually banned in China. Yes, it's a Chinese company. Yes, it's controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. It's successful and popular, but it's banned in China. They have their own version of TikTok called Douyin. Hope I'm saying that right. Tell me in the comment sections if I'm saying it wrong, which is not TikTok, it's just their version of it. The content you see or algorithm you're in is not available in TikTok because they don't want the citizens to be fed the garbage trash that they've been feeding us. They want more positive stories to control the narrative on social media. They understand how important it is to control social media, so does the U.S. government. And it's crazy. It's all about controlling the narrative, right? The American consumer, they want to use the American consumer to pressure the American government to keep TikTok around. A lot of countries been saying Americans are dumb. They're dumb. They accept anything. Well, the problem is some of that is true. If you have $1 million and you're an idiot, you have more of a say-so than the average Joe. If you have a blue check and you make the worst takes of all time, you say so much outrageous things, they want you. I mean, most Americans will believe that person because of their influence. They don't look for themselves. Look at the 2020 election, for example. Trump was painted as the bad guy. Everything's been going on in some media outlets. Only certain sound bites, certain things will be played. They influence through riots and channeling money through Black Lives Matter. And the thing is, all that money went to, the leaders of Black Lives Matter purchasing their own homes and doing things for their own gain. Nobody in the black community have been receiving any money. But if you're a local person part of Black Lives Matter, some of those organizations do give back, which I know for fact. Sometimes some part of the movement isn't all bad like you think. Some's actually trying to, they're not political oriented. But yeah, it's all about controlling the narrative. And yeah, so does the U.S. government. That's why they want TikTok. They want to buy TikTok. They want to buy it. They want to control the narrative. They only want it in a U.S. They want it as a U.S.-based app. Will they do it? No. China looks at it, as I said, as a bullying into selling what we believe is ours. It's selling a valuable asset to us, which is making us money, which controls you guys. It might control the way outcome of a vote is. So that's the way it is. And does it look like it's gonna be banned? It looks like it right now that it will be banned. That's news about that. The other half of that, is it also because there's people that don't understand the app? Yes. Say there was no spyware or anything. It wasn't owned by China, right? Another company outside of China. What if it was US? It's still getting banned because, on that side, some people will vote for it out because the influence on TikTok and how bad they think it is. A lot of old people don't understand. There was also bans on Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook proposed. A lot of social media being banned. There was a lot of proposals on that. So it was a lot of the generation, I want to say people born in 1962 and below, they don't understand social media life. Well, that is the end of topic 1. We will be back after this commercial break.
Stay, man. After these songs, it's kind of stressful right now.
Hello? Hi.
Welcome back. We're moving on to topic 2. Topic 2 of the day is Kendrick Lamar versus J. Cole and Drake. What is going on in hip-hop? Now, allow me to give a little history lesson on what's going on here. Well, it started with Kendrick Lamar's Control verse. He just wanted the competition. You guys can go back and listen to that Control verse. It was insane. Big Sean also had a great verse on that song. But that verse swayed the relationship between Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick said Drake did help him out. They were cool until that Control verse came out. Kendrick looked at it as putting your best pen. I want the competition. I want to see who really has it. Drake took it as a personal diss. So Drake, as you guys know, he does get emotional. And he takes those things, a lot of things, to heart. So Drake decided to diss him on a Future record and on another record. Like sneak diss him. Kendrick was dissing Drake back on Cyphers and other songs. And it's been going on and on. And then also last year, Kendrick dissed Drake dissed Kendrick. Kendrick, Pusha T, and J. Cole. Drake, Pusha T, and Pharrell on The Meltdown on Utopia. Now, the problem I have in this whole thing is whenever Drake is beefing, 9 times out of 10, he is the problem. Drake is the problem. So, like I've been saying, his fans will come and rush to his aid and say that person's lame or corny for dissing Drake, even though Drake started the beef. He started it with Kendrick. Kendrick did say he wants to battle. Drake took that as a shot to him. Lil Wayne and Clips been beefing. Pusha T dissed Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne dropped the Bad Goalish song that's, I believe, is a top 10 worst diss track of all time. But he did that. Drake came to Wayne's defense. As a student, he was Wayne's protege at the time. I had to defend the master from the enemy. The enemy's winning right now. Pusha T's blowing up. Wayne's dropping not good tapes. And great albums, but not great tapes. Pusha T's exposing Birdman's dealings. Drake's not gonna take that lightly. Don't expose Birdman. He did Pusha T out of the blue. Pusha T had no problem with Drake. He liked Drake's music. Drake was a fan of him and Joe Budden. Drake turned around, slept with Joe Budden's girl, dissed Joe Budden. Joe Budden responded in the interview. Then he made Making of a Murder, 3 songs back to back. He used Drake's own formula against him that Drake demolished Meek Mill with. He did not start the beef with Meek Mill. Meek Mill was just salty over Nicki Minaj being friends with Drake. But I'm discussing Meek Mill a different day, but the thing is, they called Joe Budden lame. They called him terrible, trash rapper. You fell off. They used the same arguments for Kendrick right now. Drake's more relevant than you. They used the same arguments that they're doing to Pusha T, Joe Budden, to Kendrick. They said Kendrick is corny for dissing Drake, even though Drake started the beef. For All the Dogs was a record dissing Kendrick. And guess what happened? Kendrick responded. Now, J. Cole fans are now salty that Kendrick dissed Cole. They're saying Cole's about to demolish Drake. About to demolish Kendrick. The problem is, Kendrick is battle tested. He has battle rap before. He's very familiar with the battle rap scene. He's signed to Dr. Dre and Aftermath. He's friends with Eminem. He's cool with 50 Cent. J. Cole's biggest battle, back and forth battle, was with Lil Pump back in 2018, and Lil Pump dropped the FJ Cole diss, and then J. Cole dropped 1985, where he demolished Lil Pump. He told the future. Other battle J. Cole had was with Diggy Simmons. Diggy Simmons and J. Cole was part of the same group. J. Cole was under Reverend Run, Russell Simmons. He was doing too much. Him and Diggy were cool. They were considered friends. Until he tried to mess with Diggy's sister. He said, I don't care what your brother say. He said that in the track. He went after Diggy Simmons' sister, which, his big sister, which I think she was dating Bow Wow at the time. And that's what happened. Diggy got offended. J. Cole threw a shot at Diggy. Diggy came with 2 back-to-back diss tracks. J. Cole came with something terrible. And he came with a verse. It was good, but he was doing a lot of subs. And then he threw Diggy's name in it. And then Diggy came back. And I think Diggy personally won that battle. He called him a dweeb. He was calling Cole all types of names in that diss. The diss wasn't bad. The bars were good. He's defending his big sister. J. Cole refused to respond. That's the biggest battle I ever seen J. Cole win. And Lil Pump, I never seen him battle test. There's no proof. Just because he's lyrical and good is great. But for battles, it's not all about lyrics. That's what happened to Royce da 5'9". He threw shots at Jay-Z. The shots weren't good. He threw shots at D12 when he was beefing with Eminem. They were all right. Royce da 5'9" dissed Mickey Fax and Lupe Fiasco. Lupe destroyed Royce. Royce's diss was great. I think it was Silence of the Lambda. His diss was great to me. But Lupe destroyed him, dismantled him. Mickey Fax had to put the nail in the coffin. Royce didn't respond. On his recent live, he said he did respond, but I don't know where that track is unless it's a sub. Joel Ortiz and King Crooked dissed Royce. Royce took the J. Cole path, the high road, and said, I'm not going to diss him back. This is your time. Joe Budden's retired. This is your opening. They have a whole album dissing you. Dropping your name in there. Diss them back for the sport of hip-hop. Defend your honor. Don't go on Instagram Live and go crying on interviews. You were right. Both sides were right. And wrong at the same time about the dismantled slaughterhouse. But thing is, whose ties Royce da 5'9" is, he also plays a part in this beef. He can't say, I'm not picking sides because I'm the OG. He can't say that after he went on Joe Budden's interview and said what he said about J. Cole. He said it. Royce da 5'9" also said on his Instagram Live that somebody texted him, which I believe was Kendrick or Eminem that did it. I think Royce is kind of salty that him and Kendrick don't have a song together. Kendrick picked sides. Royce picked sides. He's 100% Team Cole. He has to stay on that side. He can't play the middleman. There's no middleman in his situation. He picked sides already. Him and Cole have songs together. Cole is cool with Big Sean. Kendrick isn't cool with Big Sean. This is all tying in. Royce wants a song with Drake. He's going to be Team Drake. Royce is Team Eminem. They're friends. But we know which side Eminem is on. He's Team Kendrick. M's not Team Cole. Cole been ducking the smoke. M been shouting out Cole. Cole been shouting out M. M been trying to get Cole on a song. Cole been declining because he's scared of the smoke. He's only going on track with people he know he can destroy. Benny the Butcher's nowhere near Cole's level. J.I.D. would never be at Cole's level. 21 Savage lyrically would never be at Cole's level. Drake isn't at Cole's level. Benny the Butcher is a better lyricist than Drake. Royce da 5'9" and Cole? Royce, that was his biggest test. Royce had the better verse on the song. J. Cole? It's like this to me. This is Roy's verse. This is J. Cole's. It's not that far. Great verse. Great song. Still having it in my playlist. He got on a song with Joyner. Joyner isn't at Cole's level. And that song was... I don't know what to think about that. But that's what we got. That's what we have. Small sample size. Was J. Cole on a song with Nas? Let me double check here. He was on a song with Nas, but Nas did a remix. So he wasn't on an official song with Nas. J. Cole hasn't been on any other tracks with any big-time lyricists. I don't think he was on there with Jay-Z. He's scared to go on a track with Eminem because he knows the results. Eminem's going to be outshined, the most talked about. J. Cole wants to look like the big bad guy. Every track he's been on with Kendrick out-rapped him. Besides that Jeezy track and that track with with DaBaby, but yeah. Check I'm On 2.0 by Trade the Truth. J. Cole got outright by Kendrick. It wasn't even fair. Check out the Black Friday. Check out the song on DJ Khaled's album. J. Cole been out-rapped every single time. He doesn't want to be on a song with Eminem because Eminem out-rapped Kendrick. It was so far, I didn't even understand. Kendrick been on with tons of lyricists. He's been battle tested, but once he was at his peak in his prime, good kid, like, you know, all those albums he dropped between 2012 and 2016, he's been at his peak at that time. Eminem dropped Marshall Mathers LP2, and guess what happened? Kendrick he was crazy on this song. He was going crazy. Eminem outshined him. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even a conversation. Saying Kendrick is more lyrical than M, that's not even a discussion no more. We seen a battle. Is Eminem more lyrical than Black Thought? Yes. We seen on Yaya. M had the better verse. That's very debatable. Eminem out-rapped Nas. Eminem out-rapped Jay-Z and Biggie, but this isn't about M. This is about Cole. How Cole is scared he has not been battle-tested. And how Drake is battle-tested. He's gone at the best. He's been on tracks with all the greats. He's not scared to take L's. Pusha T dismantled him. Yay. I don't know what the heck that is. It's a tie to me. Drake demolished Meek Mill. He demolished Meek Mill. Whatever Meek Mill said after that, I just threw it out the window. Who else did he diss? It was some other people he dissed. But Drake, he's won battles. He lost battles. That's fine. The one battle wasn't even close. That Pusha T battle isn't even close to me. That Duppy freestyle doesn't even pass infrared to me. So, yeah. But Kendrick destroyed Drake and J. Cole recently. I'm giving Drake and J. Cole 2 to 3 weeks to respond. I don't want a sub. If it's a sub, I'm going to be upset. A lot of fans going to be upset. They're soft. This is not hip-hop. Kendrick wants a challenge. J. Cole better release a full track. He's been bragging, talking out of his neck, saying, I'm the best. Nobody's coming at me. If you diss me, I got your caller ID or something like that. On first person shooter, Kendrick was like, Drake, you say you Mike Jackson, but Prince outlived Mike Jack. I'm the cat with all these nines for all your dogs getting buried. I mean, all your dogs getting buried in the cemetery. Or something like that. Some line like that. For all your dogs getting buried, I'm the cat with all these nines. Then something in the cemetery. But Kendrick destroyed Drake and J. Cole. Will J. Cole respond? Yes, I'm thinking this is a bait. Kendrick is drawing them in, so whichever fish bites onto the hook will be the first one to go down. Drake has a better chance at beating Kendrick than Cole. This is facts. Cole's not battle tested. So if Cole wins, applaud. But if he doesn't diss Kendrick at all, and he takes the whole entire, oh yeah, I'm humble mode. I'm going to ride my bike. I'm going to drop the fall off. There's no Kendrick disses. I'm throwing the fallout off out the roof, like out the window. Cole will have no respect for me. Drake will also have no respect. They won't be in any of my top 20 lists. I will ignore the whole catalog at that point because this would be very upsetting. Neither of these guys responded. Very upsetting. They will be the reason why hip hop is soft. Everybody wants to be friends. And they will be the reasons for that. But these are my thoughts on the topic. What say you? What should Kendrick do? Did Kendrick win this? Should J. Cole and Drake come back or not? Let me know. We'll be right back with Eminem's new album 2024 right after this commercial break.
and she kinda red, she a red bone. I'm a light skin, she really got her head on. Get his head blown, nigga, we access.
But what's it for? No one loves me anymore, not anymore. I'm insane, I thought you'd know. Lose my mind every time I go.
Pray for me, pray for me. I'm seeing red now. Everyone's dead now. That is what I see. Who's gonna stop me? Nothing can stop me.
Welcome back to Flawless TV. We're on our topic 3. Now, Eminem has confirmed he's dropping an album 2024. He said it through Dr. Dre. Let me get a little history lesson. Back in 2019, because as you guys know, if you follow me on Twitter, it says I am a music industry insider. I am. I interview multiple artists. I've been on the radio. I've been on TV, everywhere. I know what's going on in the studio. I also mix. I used to rap. I do everything, okay? And when it comes to information from artists and stuff, studios send me things, artist managers send me things. I will have Paul Rosenberg on this show sometime to discuss what's going on in hip hop and what he does as a manager to explain the business side of hip hop. So when it comes to Eminem information, I got the most slack. When it came to Kanye and other artists, I got the same, but I got more from Eminem. I'm a huge Eminem fan. I'm not a stan, but I'm a huge fan. But there's a few songs on Revival I don't like, but Encore I didn't. Encore has the best beats to me, but I don't like the album at all. Relapse is pretty dope, decent. But besides, Recovery is the best Eminem album of all time to me. It's better than it's tied, actually. Eminem show over Recovery. Recovery's number 2. So let me explain this. 2019, before, like, after the Fat Joe diss, and Nick Cannon was dropping disses back to back, fans was like, is Eminem dropping a diss? I said, no, there's no diss confirmed. They was like, how do you know this information? I said, because it doesn't make sense. M's not going to respond. He's probably going to go throw a sub or shot at them. How do you know this information? You are a fake source insider. I was like, nope, Eminem's dropping an album in January. That album cover already been leaked by somebody that he allowed to leak. So on Instagram, and it's like, that's fake too. And I like, his new album is going to be horrorcore type. Dropping mid-January. What happened? I was like, his album's dropping next week. Middle of the night, 3 a.m. Middle of the night. They was like, no, this isn't true. Eminem's not dropping. He's not. He's dropping Slim Shady LP 2 in 2020. You see on this merch, he's on this product he did. He said he holds up a number 2 and the SS over there is on the side. So that Slim Shady LP 2. Oh no, he dropping Relapse 2. Like, no, he's not. They said, where's your sources? You're a fake industry insider. Some people went on my radio show and told me, hey, none of this is true. We don't believe you. You need to be fired from the radio for this. The album dropped the night they was talking about. It was like, you were right. We apologize. Music to be murdered by a side B. Interviewed a lot of cinematographers and people who actually worked with Eminem, including Cole Bennett. They went on there and they said, I like him dropping another album soon, a deluxe, December. They was like, this isn't true. I was like, he has a music video coming. This isn't true. I said this back in September of 2020. They pulled up a, They pulled up a clip from the Lil Wayne interview and said, Eminem said, I have nothing else to say. I'm just going to take a break, relax for a while, for a minute. They kept playing that. You're a fake source. You're on TV interviewing. You should be fired for this type of information. The guy on Reddit said there was nothing recorded. The album dropped. Nat dropped. They're like, wow. Then the album dropped. After that, 2021 happened. Got news Eminem's working on something. Just like, I didn't post it, but Eminem was working on something. Then 2022 happened, the Super Bowl and everything. And then during his Super Bowl promo, they said, Eminem's teasing Slim Shady LP 2 and Relapse 2. We're getting 2 albums this year. I was like, there's no Relapse 2. There's no Slim Shady LP 2. It's like this guy on Reddit keeps saying there is, and it's dropping Wednesday before the Super Bowl. If not, it's going to drop after the Super Bowl. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Eminem doesn't roll like that. They say this guy is a known leaker. He has a source in Eminem's camp. And I'm like, no, he is a liar. What happened? Nothing dropped. It was like, Eminem's not dropping the album. He's retired. F Eminem. We don't like Eminem no more. Eminem's refusing to drop. He's teasing us. The Super Bowl was the best way to drop it. And then that same leaker went on Reddit and said, there's no Eminem album coming out. He's officially retired. I was like, Eminem is working on an album. I posted it on my Twitter page. On my Twitter page, they're like, no, he's not. Where are your sources? I say, I have sources. I have facts. Eminem is working on an album. He will announce that he is before the Super Bowl started. I was like, he is, and they didn't believe. Eminem went on that sway. He said there is. Then the Relapse and SSLP, I like, it's not those, but it's not dropping 2022. They're like, it is. Snoop Dogg teased back in 2021 in December that him and Eminem got another song coming out. So that's when the album drops. I'm going to say summertime. I'm like, no. June comes, Snoop Dogg drops an NFT album. I think you have to pay $1,500 for the NFT to listen to all the Mount Westmore NFT album. I listened to the album. I liked it. But they were mad for 2 weeks saying Snoop Dogg's a piece of crap, going all the way in his comments saying Snoop Dogg's a snake. He did this to Tupac. He faked it. He does not have an Eminem track. I like Snoop Dogg and Eminem, they're dropping. They have a music video coming out. They're going to be performing live at the 8 Fest, which said it on the website. The song's coming doing on 8 Fest. They said, your sources are wrong. The guy on Reddit said he knows for fact. The same guy on Reddit, y'all keep going to, you stands keep going to, reposting on Twitter. He said, I know for fact that they skipped the track. They scrapped the track because M was not feeling the track anymore. There's no track coming. They kept posting that, going into my DM saying, you're a liar, you're a fake source. I don't believe this. Why do you make up lies? And guess what happened? They dropped from the D to the LBC. People reposting me. Maybe this guy is right. He has not been wrong about any Eminem news. One Stan page been saying I have not been wrong on every single Eminem news. I like he's dropping a collaboration album. Like, where's your evidence? He chose the evidence from the D to the LBC. There's like, Relapse, that means Relapse 2 is dropping in September. It's confirmed. What happened? I like, there's no Relapse 2. That doesn't make sense. Eminem's never dropping a Relapse 2. He's never dropping a Slim Shady LP 2. It doesn't make sense. They said it is. Look at this. It says Current Call 2. That means Relapse 2. Look at the bottom. He said, look at the bar. He said, I might have to relapse. I might have to relapse. Put up a 2. Like, no, he just putting up a 2 because he always been rapping like that. And they're like, no, your sources are wrong. This guy on his Twitter Page said he has confirmation from known Eminem sources that Eminem is dropping Relapse 2. I was like, no, leakers. Eminem don't like leakers. He's not stupid. Like, y'all keep making Eminem stupid and Paul Rosenberg stupid. They aren't stupid. They were not keeping someone in their camp. That's a known source that keeps leaking out information. I'm not an Eminem source. Don't ever come to me for Eminem sources. I'm not an Eminem source. I'm just an insider. I'm just a reporter. I'm a journalist. The thing is, Eminem, they like, where's your evidence? You were right about the other stuff, but you're wrong about this. This guy is right. All the other stuff are coincidences. Once again, what happened? He said verbatim, I'm never making a Relapse 2. I hate Relapse. He said there's no Relapse 2 hidden. We have enough songs to drop a Relapse 2. But he threw it away. He does not like the songs. Things already been leaked. Why drop a Relapse 2? It doesn't make sense. What is he relapsing to? If there was a Relapse 2, what is he going to relapse to? They're like, David, you got it. You've been right again. I've been right. They've been listening to me, asking for album stuff. Like, wait till 2023, though. A lot of merch drop. Like, David, Eminem is not dropping at all. He gave up. He's retired from rap. He lied to us. They said Shady 2023. Shady 2023 was to show the 50 years of hip-hop and support all the merch and everything going down in promos. They've been saying that. I was like, wait till December. Something's going to drop. The Easy Meal thing dropped. I never made a post about that, but I made a post about the Juice WRLD thing, and it was like, in December, they're like, Eminem's done. The Easy Meal thing was the last thing he did. He's done. Eminem did not go on a Roman in Malibu song, even though Nicki Minaj said he's in a different era. She said that verbatim on live. Marshall said he's in a different era. If he's supposed to be on Roman in Malibu or on a different track on that album, he wasn't on there. And you see what happened? Eminem he wasn't on there. He wasn't on the thing. They're like, David, you wrong. Your fake source. Are like, Eminem drops in 2 days. How do you know this? You will see. A snippet will be released. Snippet was released the day before. Lil Baby released a snippet on his Instagram. Eminem's camp sent out the email, take the snippet down. He took the snippet down. It's been reshared everywhere. So the snippet is out now. And they was like, oh my God, you're right again. Eminem dropped the latest verse. I'm like, that's not all. He's on Cole Bennett's album. No Trippie Redd is. Apollo G's on the part 2. Oh, Juice WRLD also had a longer verse to Doomsday part 2. I'm like, no, he didn't. There's no way. Cole Bennett's not AIing that. He did not. Lil Baby said there's no more. It's gone. There's no more. That's what happened. They said no Eminem. Eminem dropped Doomsday Part 2 January 27th, 2024. What happened after that? Cole Bennett said it may drop late February. They're like, okay, February going. They're like, there's no video. I like, wait, the video is scheduled and it's not dropping in February. You're lying. We're going to wait. Didn't drop in February. You're lying. Who are your sources again? Eminem's not dropping a music video. Cole Bennett scrapped it. The guy on Reddit also said Cole Bennett scrapped it. He has evidence of it scrapped. I show evidence of the video being scheduled. I was like, what's coming up in March? 3/13. Eminem's going to drop that day. That's a coincidence. You're reaching now. Now you sound like the people, the leakers that be reaching on Reddit all the time. The Redditors that they always reach on Reddit 24/7. You sound like them now. I also posted the slate, the release slate. I used to do that on my website and all that. I usually do that. I posted a release slate. It said Eminem dropping an album 2024. It says his name here. They said he copied and he did some Photoshop for Metacritic. But I have a PDF file. A PDF file that a lot of people in the media use. The industry insiders use, like Nostradamus or whatever his name is. A lot of people use these files and whatever the label sent. So I put it all into one file. All the names that I've been sent. It matched what Metacritic had on freaking anticipated album. I was like, these are rumored, these are anticipated. Eminem, Snoop Dogg, DaBaby, Kendrick, everybody's anticipated on dropping a single or album. I literally said that. South Power, EPO, everybody been saying, oh yeah, he's lying. He's a source, quote unquote source. I'm like, no, I'm not a quote unquote source. I am what? An insider. Quote unquote fake journalist. Guess what happened? Doing it. He dropped the music video. Doomsday Part 2 music video. All the stands was like, you were right about that. So what about the album stuff? You still lied about the album. Like, give it time. There's no time. He lied about the album. He's never, there's some guy in my DM. He has an S in his name. He always says, Eminem's never going to announce his album like that. I'm like, he is. He's going to announce it. Who are your sources? You're a fake source. A fake insider. A fake journalist. Where are your credentials? I posted my credentials. We still don't believe you. Dr. Dre said, Eminem gave me permission to tell you he's dropping an album 2024. I'm like, wow. So, let me now give you details on the album. Mr. Sai is producing on there. Denon is producing on there. Royce is possibly producing on there. Dr. Dre's 100% producing on there. Eminem produced a lot of the tracks. Metro Boomin and DHayes got that dope. Potentially producing on that album. It's rumored that they're producing on the album. Who else is... The Alchemist is confirmed on there. Now, let me get to the features. Easy. All I see right now, let me go down my thing. Can't show y'all this file, but... So, I see 18 tracks and everything, all the features see TBA. And there's some things right here that says pending. So, there's some extra tracks that's pending. So, I'm guessing there's skits or whatever, and then other stuff is pending. Is Skylar Grey on that album? I'd give that 100%. Is Rihanna on the album? Skylar Grey has been working. Rihanna has been active. I give that an 80% chance she's on that album. Does Kendrick and Eminem have a song? 100% yes. Kendrick and Eminem have a song. Is it on this album or not? No. Did they scrap it? I'm thinking that might be it. Oh, also, another thing I was right about was Slim Shady LP too. He said he's not making it. It does not make sense to make another one. He said it in his video. It's like, you're right again. Kanye retweeted me when I said Kanye's mixing right now. What did Kanye say an hour later? I'm mixing. His fans like, that's a lie. Eminem fans came in there and said he's always faking sources. How would I know that? How would I know Kanye's mixing and mastering, doing samples? I've been right again. So other than me boosting my ego, another person that's potentially on the album, I just don't see J. Cole on there. I'm going to give it a 30% chance that J. Cole's on Eminem's album. Do I know the title of the album? I will not comment on that. Do I know the cover of the album? I will not speak on that. But I will post something on my Twitter of the cover. I'll post something on my Twitter of the cover. Is DaBaby on the album? I give that a 60% chance. Is Lil Wayne on the album? I believe 100%. I know for a fact 100% Eminem and Lil Wayne recorded songs. Keep that in mind. Songs. So, is Eminem on a Carter 6? Possibly. Is Lil Wayne on Eminem's new? Is Lil Wayne on Eminem's album? Yes, he's on Eminem. I mean, possibly he's on Eminem. Not yes. I'm not confirming nothing. But possibly he's on Eminem's album. All I see is TBA. I see 2 or 3 song names on there, but I don't see that song. Looks like it could be a Wayne. That song looks like it could be a Wayne track. Put Wayne on there. Wayne could definitely be on. He could definitely be on that. Wayne definitely looks like he could be on there. I'm gonna say it possibly 100%. Yes, Royce the 5'9". Come on now. Yes, it's King Crooked on there. Come on now. Yes, he has to be on there. I don't know if Royce, cause Royce picked J. Cole's side. Should Royce pop up on the Eminem album after picking sides, or should Eminem be? Eminem was instigating when he dropped that Doomsday Part 2. He was instigating on there too. But I'm gonna say this. I think J. Cole might be on the album. I'm giving that 40%. I don't have confidence he's on there. M is definitely Team Kendrick. Is Dr. Dre on there? Yes. Is 50 Cent on that album? 100% he has to be on that album. Snoop Dogg on there? 100% he has to be on that album. Is Black Thought on there? I'm gonna say he should be on that album. Is Nas on there? Let me see this track. Hold up. Cause I only see 3 names on here. I don't see Black Thought on this album. Is Nas possibly on here? I believe so. Is Joyner on here? Please don't get Joyner. It's Easy Mill. Is the homie on here? I believe so 100%. Is Westside Boogie? I believe so 100%. Is Griselda on here? They have to be. If Alchemist is on this album, Eminem featuring Griselda on the Alchemist beat, nobody can tell me nothing in life. Is Juice WRLD on this album? We just gonna have to see. Is Rihanna on here? Like I said, if Skylar Grey isn't on here, then Rihanna has to replace Skylar Grey on one of the songs. She has to write Skylar Grey thing, and Skylar Grey have to do some backing vocals. Jessie Ray is on here. Ooh, y'all just gonna have to check her Instagram post. But other than that, these are my thoughts on the Eminem album. When will it drop? I'm saying the release slate. So if you look at May, right? May seems like a good way to drop the album, but Dr. Dre and Snoop has to drop their album. They're dropping it after Eminem. We know that for a fact. So will Eminem be on that album? 100%. But will Dr. Dre? Eminem has to drop in. He has a time slate. He has a slate, right? Because he is 100% on Venom 3, confirmed. He has a slate. He has to drop between April and June. Those are the only, I'm giving him between those 3 months to drop the album. Anything after that's not good, that's messing up with Aftermath artists and Interscope. Yeah, Interscope artists drops, and yeah, it just messes up the schedule a lot for big artists like Ye and M. But that's my other problem with Ye, which I won't get into, because apparently he does not care about the release slates and the streaming services and what's going on in the industry and the radios and how things work. I don't think he understands that there's more that go into this than just dropping on the website, because that also disrupts the other release, and also checking for, you know, how much things sell and what's going on in the industry, so we can give a good assessment on how the album's going, because Ye wants to limit criticism and free speech on the album. But that's all that's all I have on this topic right now. But right after this commercial break, we're getting into the state of the new MCU confirmed Young Avengers team. So go check out DHayes Productions merch store. If you drink coffee or tea, go here to get you a mug alongside a coaster with my logo on it. We also offer t-shirts for both men, women, and children sizes. We also have hoodies and sweaters. Now, if you're wondering, where do I go to get some of this merch? Well, if you're watching this video right now, go on DHayes Productions, go down to the link in the description below. You'll click on the link, which will direct you to the store. And you'll see all the options on the website. Go purchase you some merch and support the movement. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Welcome back to DHayes Productions. This is topic 4. The state of, not the state of the MCU, because that would be my next show, but the Young Avengers, the new confirmed Young Avengers team. Now, I know that a lot of people have been hating on the MCU and don't understand the storyline, because there is a storyline. There's new characters being introduced. The reason why they're saying the MCU sucks is not because of the woke material they've been putting in, but because Iron Man and Captain America, the core foundations of the MCU, is gone. So without them, the feeling is not the same. But we still have Hulk and Thor. But before we get into that, which I will talk about in tomorrow's show, let's discuss the confirmed by Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios and Disney, the confirmed Young Avengers team. But I believe they should not release this as a movie. They should flesh out the characters in a 10-part series, 40 minutes to an hour episodes. Right? The last episode should be an hour long, an hour and 30 minutes long. Right? Treat that like a movie. These are the confirmed people. And I'm going to say Eternity, she's not on the team. She will be making small appearances though. So these are the confirmed. Kate Bishop. We have Miss Marvel. America Chavez. Ironheart. We have Shuri's Black Panther. We have Hulk's son, which was introduced in the last episode of She-Hulk, which is Scar. We have Iron Lad, which y'all seen at the end of Endgame, which you also seen in Iron Man 3, and he has experience in building the suits and also a little bit of fighting experience. We have Cassie Lang. We also have Wiccan, which will tie into the multiverse and the X-Men, so stay tuned to the Deadpool series. He will be part of the Young Avengers. We have Speed, which comes from the X-Men in the comics, but he's also coming from the multiverse saga, and he will be part of the Young Avengers. And we also have Patriot, which was thrown in Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV series. Now, this lineup is sounding good to me. You have a Hulk. You have an Archer. You have Miss Marvel, who is OP. You have Ironheart. You have 2 Iron Mans on the team. Cassie Lang. You have Wiccan. Somebody that can do magic. You have Speed, which we saw on a WandaVision series. You have Black Panther. Shuri's Black Panther. Scar, he is a Hulk. He's OP. There's no way, I just don't see how this could go bad unless they rush the character development and force it into theaters. Kevin Feige, if you guys are listening to this, we need a 10-part Young Avengers series. Hey, call me, I would be on set immediately to help out with this. I have credentials, but we need a Young Avengers team. I mean, we need this as a series, 10-part series, 40-minute episodes, and the last episode should be an hour and 20 minutes to 30 minutes long at max. Now, the villain of it, I have no idea who the villain would be, but I'm thinking it might be an X-Men member. And I'm thinking it's the Juggernaut with somebody else part of that. Yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think about this. What the Young Avengers could do to the MCU. This sounds great to me, as long as they don't force politics into the show, as long as they don't force things that the viewers don't see, as long as they don't have bad editing, bad pacing, bad writing, I think the MCU has a chance. I don't think the MCU is dead. I don't think it's destroyed. The Marvels, to me, was a good movie. It was hated all, but I watched it. It's a good movie. Black Panther 2, a 2 out of 10 to me. I don't like it. The having Namor, that nerfed is terrible. He would not have lost that fight, even though the whole movie shown that he wouldn't lose something simple like that. Another thing, Moon Knight was a 10 out of 10 to me. Doctor Strange 2 was an 8 out of 10. She-Hulk was a 2 out of 10. Only liked episodes 1 through 3. The therapy episode with Abomination at the Resort, and the last episode before, the episode before the finale, the Daredevil episode. I love that episode too. Another thing, Echo series, I didn't like, 1 out of 10. The What If series are 10 out of 10s to me. X-Men 97, that's MCU confirmed. That's a 10 out of 10 to me. I like what I've been seeing. WandaVision's 10 out of 10. Both of the Spider-Mans, No Way Home and Far From Home, are 10 out of 10s to me. Eternals is 7 out of 10. The story was rushed. Like I said, this movie should have been 3 hours long to build character. It should have been a movie, not a series. But I like it as a movie, right? It was never a series, but people been saying it should be a series. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it was 7 out of 10. I did not like the finale that much, but the whole show, I liked it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Miss Marvel was okay. Werewolf by Night was a great film. Ant-Man 3, I was not feeling it. Loki, 10 out of 10. There was no flaws with that. The MCU hasn't been that bad. Black Widow was mid. All right, let's be honest, it was mid. But the MCU has not been as egregious as people have been making it. All right, has not been that egregious. But what I have to say is, they have to knock it out of the park with these next films. On the next shows that's upcoming, they will. Okay? I will be discussing the new confirmed Avengers teams and members, the new MCU teams, the lineups. I will also be discussing, what's going on with these films, who's the villain, how the X-Men is going to tie in the Fantastic Four. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that.